So when something is presented to you and it excites you, doesn't mean it can't also intimidate you or bring up some fears. It often does. So you have to be a little rigorous to tell the difference. Like, okay, is there excitement here? And if so, what of it is excitement? What about it is anxiety, perhaps? What of it is fear? But in essence, when something excites you, when a breadcrumb trail, an opportunity, a choice, an option, a meeting, a party, an activity, reading a book by yourself, in each moment, choose whatever option out of the options that you can perceive that generates the most excitement in you when you ponder that option, when you feel into that option. And that's your body's way of letting you know that that's the fastest way to everything that's good for you. However, people often trip up because as they start saying yes to that, they develop expectations as to what the outcome should be. They develop images, goals, and they think it's the goal that excites them. So in the process of that, you get better and better at distilling what about it excites you exactly. And or it doesn't even so much matter if you trust this formula and you actually act on your highest excitement to the best of your ability until you can take it no further with absolutely zero expectation as to what the outcome should be. Then that is following the breadcrumb trail of your highest excitement. And I've depicted it as a breadcrumb trail because it's something comes to your awareness, you choose, you follow it until you can't, and you pause, and you look for the next breadcrumb. And it's not often that the breadcrumb trail of your excitement is linear. But if you project an image onto it, and you think, and at some point things start going wrong and sour, and you're like, what happened? I followed my excitement. Well, actually, you started acting on what you thought the outcome ought to be. Somehow, somewhere along the lines, along the road of following your highest excitement, you got lost in the image of what you thought it should be, which is linear. Whereas if you actually pause, stand up, check in your field of experience, see what stands out the most now. Where's the next breadcrumb trail? What does it indicate? What indicates highest excitement for me? And then you fully trust that, and you go there, and you take action on that exciting activity until you can take it no further. And you have zero expectation as to what the outcome should be. Then you'll notice it sort of exhausts itself. There's a pause moment. You get back up, sort of like eyes off the road. Where's the next breadcrumb trail? You scan your experiential environment, so to speak, the options, opportunities, what makes sense to you, and whatever excites you the most, you go act on that. Eyes on the road, follow it until you can take it no further, no expectation. It exhausts itself, you pause, eyes off the road. What's the next opportunity? What are the next choices for me? So if you continue to follow that excitement, it's actually following the translation mechanism of higher self's guidance. It's the physical body's interpretation of the higher self's guidance is excitement, according to this methodology, or according to Bashar. So I've tried that out, and it works. And after a while, that becomes a natural part of your intuitive ability. You get excited about the goal that you can perceive. You're given a symbol from your higher mind so that you have something to reference as a choice that you can take action on. That symbol, if you tune into it, if it's the one that's the most accelerated path for you, you will feel excitement about that symbol. Let's say, just a very simple example, let's say buying a new car. So you want to buy a Ferrari, and suddenly you have the opportunity, and the image, the symbol is buying that Ferrari that you always wanted as a kid, or something like that. Your dream car. So that's the image that comes to mind, and it excites you when you tune into it. Now, most people, again, think that what excites them is the Ferrari. But it's not. That's not why they're excited. That's just a symbol to be able to tune your attention to a particular direction within this vibrational ocean of the illusion that has been generated by your mind-body-spirit complex, so that you can sift through things and crystallize yourself and carve yourself out of this energy field that you are. Crystallize yourself. Specify, make yourself precise, subtler, a specific, unique, cut gemstone that radiates and reflects the light of the Creator in this brilliant, unique way, instead of a milky kind of uncut stone that, even though it's a diamond, it could easily be mistaken for rose quartz or words, right? So you want to carve yourself out on the relative path. You want to carve yourself out, and following the guidance of it, what excites you is a very crucial component of that. Learning to listen to what resonates, what truly excites you, to commit to that, not get swayed by the image. So for example, maybe you're just meant to meet the car dealer, but you're not going to wake up, suddenly have the idea to go meet a car dealer and like go on a date with them or something. Maybe it's your future wife is the car dealer at Ferrari, but you don't have that symbol. Your higher mind has that symbol. Your higher mind knows of all the probabilities and timelines and so forth. But the way to let your conscious mind, which can only focus on the physical present moment, know which direction to go, it uses resonance excitement. So that when you think of going to the car dealer, or sorry, when you think of, going to get that car, that's what excites you. Now, if you're fixated on the image of the car, you might miss out on your meant-to-be wife. Whereas if you stay true to what excites you, maybe there's a bump in the road and you're like, no, but I have to get to the thing. Well, actually, you're just meant to meet the person at the door and take her out on a date, and the Ferrari was never actually part of your dream. This silly example just came to mind, but you get the point. The image is there to tune you to a certain direction, but then you got to be non-attached to the result of that direction and just trust in that path until the next most exciting thing guides you. You start to see logic, non-linear logic, the higher mind's logic behind all the important points in your life that excited you, that you trusted in. If you don't trust in this excitement, you're just going to fuck up your life. Quite literally, that's what you do. You're just going to fuck up your life because you think you know better than your higher mind knows. Because you're not trusting the impulse of excitement of what lights you up. You're not trusting in that. You think in terms of images, calculations, If you get fixated on it, you have the Ferrari, and then what? Static image, you didn't meet your wife, you're not supported, your finances drop, you have to sell the car, lose a bunch of money. And you're like, fuck, God, why did that excite me? Why did you, I trusted my excitement. No, initially, yes, but then you got fixated. You had an image in your mind. You didn't trust in a nonlinear moment-to-moment breadcrumb trail